Milestone achieved.
Okay. Holy hell. Okay. A lot's going on. Fireworks all over the place. Welcome back to Mars, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, and we're here already in episode 12 of our Surviving Mars game playthrough on the Green Planet DLC. Gazing upon our little colony where we have basically left things off last time when we introduced our cool new speedy jumper shuttles into the colony, which are unique and special to this Paradox mission sponsor that we are playing. Little appeal at the beginning of the video: if you like my content, if you like my videos, if you like my playthrough, I would very much appreciate if you would leave a like or subscribe if you don't want to miss out on next episodes, as well as maybe leave me a comment on what I could maybe do better here or have any other kind of feedback for me. I would very much appreciate it to help me out a little bit for my channel. Having said that, let's get right back into it. It's been a while, I have to admit, since we have played, but I have tried to catch up a little bit on what we have done and where our biggest problems lie right now. Better yet, our biggest bottlenecks. And to sum it up in one word, what we are missing most of all is more people. We are actually putting quite good with the offspring at the moment. We have currently 91 total colonists. I would say 25-30 of which are, well, between children and adult age, which is like a third of the colony, which is not bad, but we can definitely improve that. We currently have 29 Martian borns, so we're doing okay with the birth rate and birthing more and more children. But we're still not at a point where I would say that we're out of the woods by far, actually. And this brings me to my second point where we are really lacking, which is the advanced resources. Again, as you might remember at the end of the last episode, we have built our shuttle hub, which ate up almost all our polymers and our electronics. As well, we also built last episode the electronics factory, which is now producing some electronics, but it's still not enough, as you can see, really to sustain the colony and to help us build more stuff, really up in the future. But it's not the fault doesn't lie with the factory itself. It just lies within that we don't have enough people as a whole, and especially we don't have enough specialized people. Before starting the episode, I have requested a rocket with 12 passengers. I wanted to bring more engineers, but there are none available anymore in the applicants pool, so I'm bringing up a few scientists. I'm also bringing up a few medics, because as you know, the comfort level of our domes is also always a concern of ours, and I believe we have there is one left here. But other than that, I think we have no more medics left besides this one. So we definitely need to stack all our clinics, all our infirmaries with medics. That's why I brought, I think 5 of them are on the way up here to help out with that and to answer to certain comfort needs of our colonists. So what is the plan? How can we improve things better? First of all, we need to continue to ship people up. That's one thing, but obviously on the long run this is not really efficient, especially since we still only have the one rocket, and even if we would have more rockets, the applicants on Earth are sparse and engineers are completely out. So what we need to do next, and which is most urgent, is to build the Martian University, which is currently being researched. No, it has been researched already, actually. It is already done. Currently, since we're already here, we are now doing the Life from Mars research, which will give us more applicants. Let's hope that more engineers will appear in the applicants pool, so that's why we are researching it. And after this, we do the alien imprints, if you remember, also with the goal of scanning a total of 30 anomalies. Currently we have 27, so we need 30 more. We need 3 more so that we are getting our new rocket, which we also urgently need. Another thing I'm saying this almost in every episode, but this time hopefully I really actually will get to it, is to start with the terraforming. In order to start with the terraforming, let's have a quick look at that. I think we need to build, the first thing we need to build is this forestation plant thingy here, which, you know, just to start with, cost 5 electronics, and then in order to actually spread out some seeds, we need the seeds themselves, which we need to bring up from Earth, which is not such a big problem. Let me see. That would, like 10 of them, would only 10 fit into one pod, and they cost 120 million. Money-wise, we're not doing that great. We have pretty much $1 billion in the bank. But as you may remember, when it comes to rare metals, which is currently our only money resource, we need to keep some of them here up on Mars for the electronics factory, so we cannot send them all back to be sold. All right, let's go ahead, speed up our game. Let's get into it, and let's build our. Oh, so I'm afraid the Martian University also requires electronics. Of course, it also requires electronics. So electronics still our bottleneck. Nothing we can do right now. We are bringing down our people, which at least will help out a little bit with a few buildings which are unstaffed, like the infirmary, but they will not be able to help with the electronics factory. How are we doing with the machine parts factory? Is still shut off, still not really a reason for me to switch it on. We're still good with the machine parts, and most people are here in the polymer.
Milestone achieved.
Okay, holy hell. Okay. A lot's going on. Fireworks all over the place. Thank you. Yes. We have reached 100 colonists. 28 of which were actually born on Mars. The rest are still Earth colonists. But it's a milestone. We were the first to reach it. We got the 1,000 research, so that's a nice thing. This is something that worries me a little bit. This is the first time we see a great dust storm. We have seen many dust storms before, but we haven't seen a great dust storm yet. I'm not so sure. Maybe this is an electrostatic dust storms. And anyway, I don't really know exactly what the difference will be. It will probably be longer. It will probably be more harsh. It will probably destroy more of our cables and pipes and domes. We'll see. Alright, so the rocket has arrived with our colonist, and again, in order to really make some progress, we need electronics. We have no choice. We have 1 billion in the bank, and even though we have our electronics factory, it's not enough. Let's bring up the electronics. 20. I was hoping not to that I don't have to bring up any more electronics from Earth, but as you can see, we do, and also bring up, let's do 15 and 10. Well. Yeah, that should be fine. Even though we need all the 15 for the Martian University, but we also am producing a few. I mean, can we do... Ooh, the botanists went here. No. I also brought up some botanists, of course. So, because we also need some help in that area. So, no. All the botanists, please come here. Well, I don't understand why they wouldn't, assign themselves to the right workplace. Again, this is something that is an ongoing issue. Alright, a little time has passed. Our resources have arrived, and in the meantime I'm also made a bit of a research why the specialized people are assigning themselves to the wrong workplace. And it seems like, and that was maybe a mistake, I was under the impression that they could easily, for example, live in this dome and work in this dome, but apparently this is not really the case. I have assigned by force 2 botanists that we just brought up, which are actually living in this dome, to this farm, and they went there, but they are showing as homeless. Okay, so that is obviously a problem, because apparently, and it does kind of make sense, they cannot really walk all the way from here to work. Apparently this is like a limit that is reached there. I'm pretty sure they can live and work in adjacent domes, but maybe crossing 2 domes is too far for them. So that is really not their fault, and it's my fault. So what I did, I placed another farm right here. Let me just put cover crops on that. So now that the botanists that live here, okay, now we don't have any botanists living here anymore. Now they all live down here. I guess, yes, and There's one retired one here, but there should be a few more. Anyway, okay, so anyway, we have now a second farm, and hopefully over time they will reassign themselves, but we still have one homeless person, which is the botanist. Okay, so let's assign him to this workplace, and now he should find a home here in one of those buildings where there's still apartments available. The rocket has arrived, the pod has arrived, we have now 18 machine parts. Let's go ahead and build the Martian University. So that we can actually, first of all, see what is going on in terms of specialties, what we need, and then also start to train people, especially the Martian-born people, which are all, of course, born without any specialization. Let's speed it up. So now the Martian University can be built, and we can start training people. I'm seeing -1 on the water. It's actually not really -1, it's minus 0.4, and the demand is indeed 11.4, and the production is only 11. I'm assuming they are both working at full capacity. No, they are producing 5 each. This is producing 1, but we indeed need more than that. 3.4, 4.4, and 4.4. Okay, so it is indeed a little bit high. Why are we using? Because of the farm. Okay, now because we built the farm, we need another water. We should be able, though. This was supposed to be upgraded, but it has not, and the reason is that I did block the polymers from here. Okay, so let's enable them, and then the polymers can finally be delivered here, maybe even with a little shuttle. There you go. Now, no, that were machine. No, here are the polymers, and now they can upgrade this water extractor, and that should actually solve our water needs. It should produce 25% more. There you go. Now it's producing 6.3, and now we are again good with the water. We still have this old water extractor site here, which I could destroy, but if I'm not mistaken, it should still... I'm actually not sure. Let's try it out. If I repair this, will it start to work up again because of our breakthrough technology? Just curious if this will work. Okay, Martian University is being built. There you go. Alright, great. How are we doing power-wise, by the way? We still are good. We have enough power stored up. Okay, so let's have a look. What we need most of all is, of course, engineers. Currently, it's on auto, meaning it will just train whatever it automatically thinks we need most urgently, or we need in general. But I'm going to change this, and I'm going to train engineers mainly for now. This is what we need most of all in order to staff our 3 factories. This one factory is not even working, and the polymer factory is still on highest priority. We have now 12, and here are only 4. So let's take down the priority a little bit and try to spread out the workforce a little bit, and also to here, and one more to here. But hopefully soon now we will have more engineers trained up. I think we cannot really afford to open another shift. Not sure. If we do, we will lack people all over the place. So let's leave it like this for now, only with 1 shift. I'm not sure exactly how long it will take for them to graduate, but it will take a few souls. Alright, we found a new anomaly down here. This is an event, I think. Great dust storm, 17 hours. Let's have a quick look. Oxygen, we're still with 500. We are currently needing 3.4. So the stored oxygen lasts for 6 souls and 3 hours if nothing unforeseen happens, like major leaks or stuff like this. So maybe we can... I think we did build the mega storage. So let's just, you know, go crazy and build a major oxygen tank. I know it's a little bit of overkill, but it really doesn't cost us anything except for 3 metals, so let's do that. The same we're going to do for the water. But this needs a lot of space, so let's maybe put it up here. How much does it cost? It costs 10 concrete and 30 metals. It's a little bit more expensive. So you know what? So let's stick with the small ones for now. But you know what? I'm also, I think, going to put them here, up here in this, on this pipe. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it will not fill up until this dust storm hit, of course. Okay, 10 hours. Let's slow it down for a second because we also need to look at the power. The power currently, we have 1,300 stored up. We have a capacity of 1.6. Again, in the dust storm, the solar panels won't work. So let's switch on all our engines. Sorry, they're not engines. They're turbines, wind turbines. Let's switch them all on. They're all upgraded, and with that we should be in a major plus with the power. However, again, I can only hope that it will be sufficient. If not, we can quickly build it. The power, well, it's not that I'm not concerned, not necessarily because we don't have enough, but because of the cable leaks, etc. And it says great dust storm, so I'm assuming this one is going to last for a while. Okay, but the power should be okay if we're not getting too many leaks and stuff like this. Okay, the water extractor is actually working as I've expected, and we have 41 machine parts. I'm going to leave it with the one for now, but we're probably going to maybe also run into a little bit of a water problem if we have too many leaks. We have only 400 water stored up right now, so we'll see. The rocket is ready to go. It is ready and refueled. Let's have a quick look at the planetary projects. If there's anything, we have this, which brings us new technologies, and this, which brings us resources. No, I don't think we need the rocket up here any longer. We have taken 27. All right, now we have taken again all the rare metals, even though, I mean, we have 3 stored up here. Let's unload a few. The shuttles obviously also won't work in the dust storm as far as I know, but that's okay. So I think we are fine with the I think we are prepared as much as we can for the dust storm, for the great dust storm. Again, when it comes to leaks and stuff and fractures, well, fractures could be devastating if we don't if we get too many of them. Okay, so I asked, so you know what, let's end it up with 22 rare metals. Remaining resources on board. Yes, the rare metals resource will be lost. No. Hold on. Let's do. Now it should just launch. Yes. Okay, we want to send 22 back. We have 6 up here. That should be enough for the electronics factory. Okay, but we need the money. We really need the money for emergencies. Again, guys, we are still not out of the woods. Not by a long shot with the resources, and this great dust storm, who knows what it will do to our colony. Alright, the great dust storm has arrived. It really is a little bit spooky. It really descended upon our colony, and here we go. We are good with the power, but we're already leaking everywhere. Here's a leak.
Anomaly found.
For now we only have this one, which is leaking our oxygen and our water. We have an anomaly which we analyzed
for 5 hours. When it rebooted, it confirmed it had come into contact with an unusually high voltage electrical charge.
Alright, the effect is the RC Explorer has malfunctioned and has to be repaired by drones. Okay, a 50% cost reduction for the following technologies: low G drive, which is faster drones and rovers, autonomous sensors, which we already have, and we got 200 million funding. Okay, so it's okay, but not really a great thing, especially since we have to send our RC commander down there to repair it. Where is it? It's up here.
Active research.
Okay.
Research complete.
We have, let me pause for a second. We have researched our alien imprints, and as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them that showed up on the map, which is great, and which also should be more than enough in order to reach our goal, which should be now 28. Yes, 2 more. Okay, but now our Explorer is in need of repair, so let's take our commander and send him down here, and then he should be on its way to repair him. And we have no active research. Okay, so let's look at the research. What is the next thing that we want, that we need? So this is battery, you know, we could use better batteries on our drones so they don't have to recharge. By the way, there was a breakthrough. Yeah, this one, wireless recharging. Let's do this one. Metals and rare metals is also definitely something we will need later on, but we're not doing this right now. Graduate faster, that is absolute important. So they graduate faster from universities and schools. I also want this to increase the comfort in the domes with the farm. This is factory amplification, which increase production. You know, it's good to have. And the atomic accumulators or the deep scanning, one of those two. Let's go with the accumulators for now. The deep scanning, I like to wait with the deep scanning until I actually scanned the first level. Even though if you scan a field that has not been scanned yet, with the deep scanning, as far as I know, it scans automatically both levels. In the meantime, we have this great dust storm going on. We are missing, okay, now all the leaks have been fixed. How are we looking? With oxygen, we're good. With the water, we are good. We should be fine. It's actually not as long as I feared to be. The power is producing more than enough because of the dust storm. All of these working in overdrive. One wind turbine alone is producing now 28 power, which is huge. And there's actually, it doesn't say how much boost they're getting from the dust storm, but in the dust storm they are spinning faster, so producing more power. So even so much that I'm not even concerned about the power leak, because we're still way in the greens here. Okay, we have no electronics whatsoever, which is a little bit concerning, even though we have people working in the electronics factory, but they are being eaten up by something. So we definitely need to work on this. How are we doing with the other? Well, machine parts are also now going down, 23 only. Do we already have any graduates? No, still 0. Here you have a little bar to see when the actual next graduates come up. So we really have a little bit problem still with our advanced resources. Our rocket is 94% back to Earth, which will give us a little bit of money, so we can bring up more if needed. Alright, so the Explorer has been fixed and is already on its way to
Funding received.
research an anomaly. Let's bring our commander back into the base. And then we'll see what these alien imprints are. I'm also very curious to see. Okay, the dust storm is almost over. We are lacking all the resources, including oxygen, but oxygen is fine. We're lacking all the resources, and I don't know what to do at the moment, because I still simply have no people, or not enough people to fill all the shifts. And even though the machine parts factory is shut down completely. So I have no jobless people. I have still 16 open job slots. There's a leak now. Let's have a look. Okay, they're fixing it. Here we got a message. The dust storm is over, but the Moxie is problematic. Let's see. You tap the light on the terminal with your finger. It should have turned green when the dust storm dissipated. Looks like a Moxie unit is out of order. Oxygen production is vital for the colony, but the filter repair will take 24 hours. What should we do? Let's bypass the filter. The Moxie will start working immediately, but will request maintenance more often. We can wait. We can definitely wait. We have 335 oxygen stored up, which is enough for 4 souls, and we actually have a second Moxie, so we're at least producing something. So let's do the 24 hours. We should be fine. Okay, we are lacking 1 oxygen per soul or per hour, but it should be still okay. Alright, dust storm is gone. Let's we have 126, so let's shut off some turbines. Even another one. Yes, we have to save again on the machine parts. Okay, anomaly analyzed. Research cost of all techs are reduced. Really? Alright, the numbers definitely changed. Didn't really say on how much it is reducing, but it seems like a good portion of it. And the more we are researching, the more cheaper it gets. Let me just make sure that it says also yes. 1 more anomaly and we get a new rocket. All right, so let's experience this together. All right, there we go. 3, 2, 1, and
Anomaly analyzed.
all right, goal is completed. We got a new rocket here. This goal was completed. Let's see. Okay, now we have 2 available rockets, which is cool, which is very, very, very helpful. All right, so we achieved that goal. All right, and it is helpful because, again, I'm looking at the numbers, guys, and I'm actually getting worried. We're lacking everything. We're lacking, first of all, we're lacking food. We're lacking food, which is obviously, well, a little bit essential to survival. We have only 1 botanist working here. We have 2 botanists and a couple of other people. So this is currently still our main food source. But now we have 101 colonists, so a lot of mouth to feed. So we need to do something with the food production. Let's increase priority here. No engineers, please. Engineers are needed elsewhere. We need to wait for this to finish because we're gonna increase our soil quality by 40%, after which we will go into soybeans and after which we will go into potatoes. All right, so but this will take a while until all of this is done. Now we are lacking 98 power, but I'm not concerned. We still should be able to make up for it during the day. But again, this is concerning. We're almost out of machine parts, we're completely out of electronics, and we're completely out of polymers. So we need to produce more. And again, it's not a matter of having more factories, it's just a matter of having more people. I have no choice but to switch on the machine parts factory again, even though I don't really have people to fill it. So let's bring up more people. Nothing else we can do. We had this one research which supposed to give us more applicants. Let's see if we have some engineers. Chose me 0 for 15, so probably all the engineers that we have are maybe middle-aged. All right, I played around with it a little bit, and well, this is what I came up with. I had only 3 engineers available. I took all 3 of them, even though some of them are already middle-aged. Actually, I think all 3 of them are middle-aged, but currently we have really an urgent need for engineers, which is, a common thing in this game. Always the one specialization that you lack the most of is engineers. So we brought them up. We also bring up a few more botanists because we need to ramp up our food production. I also took 1 more scientist because I think we will still for sure have a place for him somewhere, and the rest are no specialization people, young people which have good characteristics, quirks and stuff. As you may have noticed, I'm not really bringing up any officers. This is something that might become relevant later on when we have really major domes with a lot of people in it, and also have a lot of renegades. That is not the situation at the moment, and even if we have 1 or 2 renegades here or there, it's not really something I'm concerned about currently, and bringing officers up for that. Okay, so let's bring them up. Let's launch. We could actually bring right away another rocket. Again, now we have 2. And I'm actually want to bring up both of the rockets so we can start doing also other stuff. But let's bring up this one for now and maybe use this one for on Mars activities. And then later on we can bring up the other rocket with maybe more personnel. Okay, here as you can see still things are understaffed. Let's have a look. We're actually going down now again in population. We already were over 100. Now we're back to 99. 15 of which are seniors. 40 are middle-aged. So we still need to ramp up our birth rates. 55, 62, 59. So we can still do better. Again, gaming, unfortunately, still something I cannot provide. We have still 0
Research
electronics. Are here. The waste rock is getting full again. Let's add another large dumping site here.
Analyzed.
Okay, and another research cost deduction, which is cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, the numbers are really going down, which is really making me happy. Power, we're good. All this, we're good. Basic resource, we're good. Food, 73. And here, the numbers are way too small. Okay, this has still not been fixed because there's no electronics. Why is there no electronics? We have Well, we're just simply not producing enough. What happens if I make electronics a priority? That's what I want to know. Okay, everybody that can goes to work in the electronics factory now. Well, what happened is all of these buildings now have no staff. My goodness. Okay, how are we looking here? Still no graduates. Still no graduates. Because they're only working in one shift. But if I open another shift, well, that doesn't help anything, because we would need people for this. Alright, so we cannot sustain this. We cannot sustain this. We have to take the priority down again and let the people go back to the other workplaces. At least until this rocket is here. 65%. We might be actually going into a crisis here when it, resources wise. And we might need to bring up, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up our second rocket, but not with passengers, but with cargo, and just fill up on all the resources that we need. We need all of them. Let's see how much we can fit and how much we can afford. Okay, that brings us basically down to 226 million. Another one of those would be 400 million, and another one we cannot afford. Okay, that it basically uses up all our money, but we are going to do it. We are really in kind of a emergency already, as far as I can see it. One little thing happens and we have no way of fixing or doing it anything, so we have to bring the resources up. Again, the machine parts factory is still not working because it cannot be maintained because we don't have the resource for it. The new colonists in the meantime are here. They are looking for houses, but the houses are there. So now we should at least get a few more people into the buildings, into the factories. The research labs are full. This is actually on 3 shifts. This is still on 2 shifts. But I think all the scientists are working in the research labs. Let's just, just to make a quick test, if there would be another scientist that would come here. No, please, not an engineer. Alright, how are we looking here? You have 5 now, and you have a lot, 4.8. We found 3 new anomalies, really. 1, and where's the and 2 up there. Very, very nice. Okay, our rocket is here with the resources. Took a while. Also, I've made some changes here. The machine parts factory is finally repaired, and the reason it took so long to repair is because it was on low priority, which I realized, and I changed that. So now we have a couple engineers here, a little bit something here, and a little bit something here, but again, not enough. But I want to bring out this rocket because this will be officially the first time in our playthrough that we are seeing 2 of our own rockets in our colony, which is very cool. Here it is, our brand new shiny rocket with the resources that we so urgently need, 15, 20, 20. In terms of money though, we are now not in a good spot. How are we doing with our research? Okay, but it should not be an engineer here. But this is working as good as it can. It is running out soonish. It's only 132, but it will take a time to get out this 132. You know what? Maybe it is a good idea to bring up this breakthrough with the metals and rare metals extractors, even though they will work only in 50%, but I could place them somewhere. Let's say, where is, for example, here we have 527 with a high grade. Anywhere else we have rare metals? Ooh, no rare metals at all. Down here is also, here would be a great place to just place, 1 or 2 extractors, and at least we would get, the rare metals from here and can ship them down to Earth, so we have constant income, which is very, very important. Okay, we're gonna give it a little little longer to gather more rare metals. Okay, the research that we did before has been completed now, which was the Martian graduation, which is also very helpful. And now we're doing this. After this, you know what? I want to maybe even prioritize this breakthrough technology, so we can start extracting the rare metals. Okay, here this was a juicy sector with rare metals. Oh, there's
Resources are low.
that's very good. Okay, low power. Ooh, indeed. But I think we are still good to get through the night, so I won't do anything. It tells me it only lasts for 3 more hours, but we are lacking 70. That should be fine. That should be fine. Alright guys, I think this is it for today's episode. It was not very eventful. It was mainly about maintaining and trying to keep the head above water. One thing actually before we go I wanted to check up on is the Martian University. So we do have one graduate finally, which is an engineer that is hopefully now working somewhere in the one of the factories. So that's an advancement, at least that's progress, and the next one is just about around the corner. So anyway, like I was saying, this episode was more of a maintenance episode, just to see that we are pretty much keep everything under control. Again, the more our colony grows, the more things might get out of control, and we are ending up the episode with 109 colonists, 34 of which are Martian born. So the colony is growing, but also this brings its own challenges with it. So I'm gonna leave it here for today. Next time we will hopefully make more major progress and finally get really sustainable in terms of the production of everything we need, the resources, the people, etc. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you again in the next episode. If you enjoyed, if you had fun, please consider liking the video, giving me a like, subscribing to the channel, and also leave me a comment and let me know what if I've overseen something, or if might be something that I could improve and do better here. I appreciate it very much. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.